One day, you will meet someone who will look at you and say, "This is the person that I want to give that job to." You will meet a person who will look at you and say, "This is the person I want to present this business opportunity to." And you will even meet that person who will look at you straight in the eye and say, "This is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with." No doubt. A 100% of the times when you meet people, they come into your life to teach you something. And 50% of the times out of those 100, they leave once their part is done in your life, once their role is fulfilled. And you may not realize immediately what that part was and what lesson they came to teach you. I cannot even guarantee when you will realize or when you will obtain the teachings, and how long after they leave your life you will come to that realization. Another question that we may ask ourselves is, how do we realize? We don't know. It could be after a serious intervention from your loved ones, or it could be on a random cold day when you're walking and a leaf falls on your head and you suddenly get flashbacks. It could be when you lose a loved one or see someone close lose their loved one, or whilst you're watching a movie that resonates with your story and you suddenly realize. It could even be when a small child is talking about their school problems and you're like, "Oh wait, this is what happened." Whilst I cannot guarantee what and when and how things are going to happen, what I do know, and what we all should know and remember, is that those who left, as well as those who are currently present in our life, are all there to teach us something. Sometimes when we move on to the next chapter of our lives, that's when we realize why the past had to stay in the past, and why those people had to stay in the past. I also know that some of you may be asking yourselves, what about those people who hurt me and then just left? Will they ever realize? And my answer is, well, they're human beings, just like you, aren't they? And, well, they may not react like you. They may not process information like you, but they're made to learn. And once again, how and when they will learn, we don't know. But what we do know is that one day they will, be it in 20 days or in 20 years. That is a mystery that we cannot control or resolve. And we shouldn't worry about it either. Just remember that maybe what they did to you is not right and is not justified. But you came into their lives to teach them something. And sooner or later, they are going to end up realizing. Your job is to take the learning on your side and realize your worth and realize that they are nobody to neglect you or reject you, and move forward. Sometimes your presence is a blessing for another, and you need to go through the hell that they put you through just to realize that if you can be a blessing in a stranger's life, then you can certainly be a blessing in your own life. And if you put someone through a difficult time and it was not their fault and they were innocent, then just know that, first of all, you need to forgive yourself, but also realize that probably your presence in their life was to do exactly that, to teach them that they're an angel and they don't need anybody else and they should understand their worth. All I would say is just wait for that one day. Wait for it so that you can realize why you had to go through those hundreds of days that didn't seem to fit together, that didn't seem to make sense in your life. And keep working on yourself. and keep learning from every shadow that has ever crossed your path.